Hey guys, Yosh here. Today, I'm going to show you guard pass sequence. That's one of my favorite guard pass drills. It works from beginner to expert. First, I start teaching this drill for beginners to be able to understand. So this is similar to hand exercise on piano. Starting with a simple idea with a rhythm. Then once you get comfortable, you start with step 2, step 3, and 4. And at the end of the day, we're going to combine all of that. Three types of major guard passes on our feet standing, which is about Toreando, outside step pass, knee cut, inside pressure pass, and leg drag, another outside step with no angles. Let's start with Toreando. It's pretty simple. Usually we're in this position like this. I don't like to get close to him easily, otherwise I will get caught in this position. That's why I'm in a distance that I can touch his ankles and knees. That's the ideal angle I want to start with. Then from this position, I do guard pass drill step by step. Okay, the first step, I grab his knees and drag him to the side like this. I make a path for outside step pass. Although this is outside step pass, I want to make a shortcut. I'm not going to go like this. It's easy to clear our legs, but at the same time, I give him space so he's be able to regain angle. So instead of doing it, I want to carry in the first step. I drag his legs to the side with cross step. That comes right next to his hips, like this. Second step, it comes around here. Literally like making knee on belly, like this. Then in actual movement, I want to end up knee on belly to complete guard pass and score 2 points for knee on belly. So this is guard pass sequence. That's why each time I want to come back to original position. Next step, third, fourth, I come back to the original position. Now let's try the other side. When I go to the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. I grab his knees to push his legs to the side to make shortcut. Then the first step is really busy. I drag his leg cross step. I need to do it in one action. Once I come to this side like this, you see that I start making a wall to block his legs. But this is still vulnerable. That's why I come one more step that comes around his shoulder like this. Then I want you to make sure that keep on looking forward. Although you want to pin your opponent, it's not necessary for you guys to stay face to face like this. Otherwise, there's been a gap. He may be able to swing his leg to come back like this. So in order for you guys to avoid, you stay in an angle, then look how I still keep on controlling like this. Then I can complete the guard pass. Once you get comfortable, I want you to do it in the rhythm. It's like the piano drills, like fingerings, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I come back to the next one, other side. Look. I just want you to do it in the rhythm. It doesn't need to be quick at the beginning of the time you start practicing. Like, I want you to understand what to do in every single step. The first step, push your knees to the side. Second step, it comes around here. Third, fourth, come back to the original. Now I show you how to do it in 8 steps, so side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can see that I'm not going to change the speed. Even the time I switch to the other side, I don't want to stop. Not going like this. 3, 4, 1. There was no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In order for you guys to do, always you have to think about next action when the time you do action. Especially the time you come back to the original position, 2 steps, you have nothing to do. It's more like thinking about the next movement. You can look for grips, step works for the next. Then you can connect techniques side to side within the same rhythm. Next one, inside pressure pass. It's good to have 2 options all the time, like in and out, up and down, top and bottom, especially from our feet. We have 2 major choices against over his legs. Outside step, like last one I showed you, or inside pressure. Let's say if I only have a choice that I can do guard pass from outside, what he needs is pretty simple. He just needs to keep his knees close to his shoulders with open his legs like this. So that case, it's gonna be way harder for me to last technique. Although I do take steps, he just needs to stay in angle. But on the other hand, look how he does. He opens his frame. So why don't you attack from inside? So this is the idea I want you to try knee cut inside pressure pass. First step is pretty busy, like the last one. I do 3 actions at the same time. Instead of cupping around his knee, with my right hand, I press down his hip bone. In this technique, it's not necessary you guys grab your opponent's material, geese. Like using your palms. hips, knee. That's why you want to do on your arms. One more, cross step. That comes right behind his knee or shin. This is the same step works as like the last one. Then next thing, what I want to step over the leg. Then this is sequence drill. That's why I'm not going to proceed in action to control his upper body. I like to stay on the same spot. It's more like changing the base from a free to knee cut base. The knee cut base, I want you to see how I do. I still keep on controlling his hips and knee to press down it. Plus, I squat down on my heel as if I'm sitting down on his thigh. So I have made another base, which is a knee cut base. Once I can do that properly, I'm really comfortable. Although he tries to push me side to side, I can stay in a position. If I proceed a guard pass, I'm going to put my right knee on the mat, which is the upper body, then I do the guard pass. So this is sequence drill. That's why I want to come back to the original position. This is exactly the same as the last one as I said pass. 3, 4, then I reset. Now I'll show you the other side. But when I go to the other side, it's the same thing. I want to start with making the frame to stop knee cut. So from knee control to pressing the hip bone. Even there's another purpose that I can keep him flat on the mat. When the time he's flat on the back, he's inactive. Then I have more advantage to be able to do attacks. So this, how I like to do. You don't need to put the hand in the middle like this. This is no control. So here, then press on the knee. Without controlling hip bone, probably he's gonna get sideways. That I help him to defend my guard pass. That's why two things I need to maintain. If you have a room, I want you to even use your palm and elbow to block thigh. Then it's gonna be way harder for him to play knee shield. During the time it goes, I wanna set up knee cut base like this. I slightly change the angle. This is also an important thing as well. Knee cut, if I stay face to face, chest to chest, although this is inside pressure pass, it's gonna be difficult to proceed in. It's more like a slightly change the angle. Yeah, as like cutting your partner's knee with your knee, so knee cut, like this. Then 2 steps, I wanna come back to the original position. 3, 4, as soon as I come back, I look for the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get comfortable, I don't want you to even stop in the middle of action. Like in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to make it more realistic, you can make it faster or with a low base, but you're not going to skip the process. You're going to do exactly the same thing from beginning to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's like a basic drills. Once you be able to understand, you can make it more realistic with the other type of guard pass. All right, this is another type of guard pass from our feet, which is a leg drag. Kind of outside step pass without making an angle. So last 2 of them, it was gonna be pretty simple. It's like approaching from outside frame or approaching from inside frame to bridging. This one is more like a coordinated situation for the guard pass. I don't literally need to move side to side. I like to stay in front of him. All I'm gonna do is drag his leg. That's why it calls leg drag. I wanna make 2 on 1 first. I wanna grab his ankle with both of my hands like this. And the first step is always busy. I pick up ankle plus take a step as if I exposing my right leg on this side, like this. As I take a step to the other side with picking up the ankle, I expose his right leg. Next one, I want to take a step with my left leg. By the time I do, I should be able to drag his leg to the side. That's the same side as his leg. I want you to see that. As I drag his leg, I grab his leg from outside frame. Once I can come, I should be able to complete a guard pass. But this one, you don't need to make the angle, even though this is a kind of outside pass. All you want to do is stay in front of your opponent. Once you clear out your opponent's legs, guard pass. I even like to go to the opposite side. Then from this position, for the guard pass, I like to make more control on his upper body. Then I proceed in action for guard pass, or if he escapes to the turtle, back take. Multiple options. If we compare to the last 2 of them, leg drag is kind of new technique. So but now it tends to be basic. So if you can understand it, it's gonna be way easier for you to guard pass. Also, when you play guard, you need to know it. Otherwise, it's gonna be way difficult for you guys to play open guard. Now I show you a sequence. The first step, pick up the ankle with step into the other side. 1, okay? Second, 2, I drag. I don't even need to make the angle in this one. I like to stay right in front of him without making the angle. Look how I stay below his belly line. This is the ideal position in order to leg drop. If I rush forward like this, there may be more pressure on him, but there's been more angle. He may be able to change like this. So lower is better. Then next two steps, I want to come back to the original position. 3, 4. There's been more ideas for the leg drop, but this is a minimized details in order for you to be able to do it easier. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at picking up the first action. Instead of dragging one shot, as I exposing it, it's way harder for him to use his head to kick my arm or hips. So this is what I prefer. Then once you get comfortable, you can do as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like I showed in the last two of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is leg drag. Okay, next one. Now we combine 3 of them. You may realize that 3 all guard passes is in 4 actions. Then we take step side to side. That means we should be able to do 3 of them in a row, side to side. That's the idea I want you to be able to do. So let's make order first. Outside step pass, knee cut, and leg drag. I do side to side. Outside, 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I come back, knee cut to the other side. Another one, leg drag, like this. You can start with 2 of them if you find it difficult to connect 3 of them together. If you have a room, I want you to try go like this as well. And then you realize that this is 3 actions in a row, side to side, which means each set we switch side. Next set, I do outside, knee cut to the other side. As soon as I come back, leg drag, other side, outside, then knee cut to leg drag like this. Once you can understand, this is like a muscle memory. It's way easier to understand what to do every single step in order to do guided passes. So this is a common mistake. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Obviously, I stop in the middle of action. So this is not a good thing. In order for you guys to be able to connect each other, you always have to think about the next action when you do something. Let's say like this. I start with outside step passes. When the time I come back to the original position, next 2 steps, I don't do anything particular, which means I have more time to think about what to do next one. That's why when the time I come back, I look for grips on knee cap. As soon as I come back, I come to the next one. So this is how I connect. I show you a little slower. I come back, then leg shrug, I look for the ankle, then I pick it up like this. Next one, leg shrug, Toreando, I switch forward like this. You understand? I don't need to stop in the middle of action if I can take the next movement all the time, like this. So this is the goal in this drill. It's not only about practice technique. I want you to be able to have like a mindset to be able to think about next action when you do something. Then next one, let's do play like a game. That's gonna be more realistic. All right, let's make it more realistic. Sometimes you cannot choose what to do when you play jiu-jitsu since you have your opponent. Sometimes you're forced to choose technique when the time you play. So something like this. Then this time, he's going to direct me what to do in action with his arms. That's why like this. So can you try that? Toreando. So he said Toreando with his right arm. That means I do Toreando on this side. Then when the time I come back, he's gonna do the same thing with his arm. Leg drag. He said leg drag. Now I react leg drag like this. I don't even want to stop in the middle of the action when I come back in front of me. I always look for the next action. I even expect what he says. Like this. Okay? Once you get comfortable, you can even make it faster. But I don't want you to skip the process. Let's try this. Okay. So something like this. I need to react properly. Let's. I even expect movement. Probably he's not to choose same technique on same side. So then here's an idea probably I'm going to cover in the next video. He even reacts guard retention for my guarded pass. That's why when I do guarded pass outside, he defends. As soon as he defends, I do leg drag. Even he defends leg drag, then I look for the next action. like this. See, this is more realistic. It's not only about one technique you completely. You always need to connect techniques 1 and 2, 2 and 3, and then if you succeed, you can complete attack. So this is guard pass sequence. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please just hit the like button, give us any comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Thank you. Catch you guys next one. Bye.